All right, we're here. Calling Denman as we speak. What's up, everybody? How we doing? It's been a while.
A horse is ringing at my door.
It's me. What's up?
Dude, what's up, bro?
We're doing it live, bro. Isn't that crazy, dude?
It's wild, bro.
Dude, I don't know.
Oh,
How the fuck do I do this live? Do I play music? What do I do? It's crazy. I don't know. It's just a
you
whole new
could probably.
perspective.
Let's just try it. Why not? Like,
Uh,
it's only the third episode. It's not like everything's fucking solidified in stone.
right.
And
I'm gonna put on my entire hunt playlist in the background and just turn it down pretty fucking crazily low. What's up? There's more than one person in the chat that isn't just me? That's crazy. Hi.
Oh,
Everybody, how's the audio? Please tell me now before I fuck up this recording for 2 hours. Please. How are the volume levels doing? I must know.
Let me look. It does seem to be fine.
Sounds good. Bet.
Yeah, I
All
think
right. Perfect.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know what to put in the background, so I'm just gonna make my face bigger.
Oh my god.
Turn it up a little bit? Okay.
Yeah, probably turn yourself up a little bit. You were slightly low.
Yep. All right, it turned me up a bit. That should probably help a little. Let me put the gain up as well, just to be sure.
Turned him on. Damn.
What? Don't do that. I'm in such a good mood, dude. I missed this. Demonetize my dick, dude. I'm not even monetized.
Nah, man.
Demonetize this dick, dude. I'm not even monetized. I have memberships. That's it.
Hey, that's a form of monetization.
It is.
It's just not like direct YouTube monetization.
Right. It's better than nothing.
True. I agree.
This was spur of the moment, by the way, y'all. If this was planned out, I would have had so much more ready for it. But I guess what I can do, just to fill up the space, I can just stick this this video in the background. Fuck that. I'm putting this image in the background. I know what I'm doing. Image. Add source. New media. Bam. If you wanted to know what our subject, wanted to know what our fucking subject of discussion today is later for the lore segment, it's gonna be the reptilian, y'all. You couldn't tell from the reptilian cold-blooded on the fucking screen here. Love this guy. What an awesome hunter to fucking have in the game. He's bitten people's faces with his bare teeth. He's killed men in cold blood, no pun intended. He's an awesome character, and I love having him around, so we're going to talk about him today. But other than that, what's up, everybody? It has been so long. Sorry that the that the podcast took a backseat for a little while. That was not my intent.
Yeah, sometimes it's necessary.
Life gets busy, you know? Shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even been streaming either, so it's all good.
Trying to not show y'all my dirty ass room. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, we want the dirt, bro.
Gotta put some dirt in it.
Fucking rub some dirt on him. Right.
Did you drop it in the dirt?
Rub it in the dirt, throw some tussin on it, we're good, bro.
Typically, all you'll see on the fucking podcast is just two PNGs talking to each other, so...
Fucking PNG tubers.
Oh, deadass. Tell you what I'll do. So, there's way unbelievably too much to talk about.
There is a lot going on right now just because of the break. One of the more interesting ones, I think, just because this recently happened and I didn't even fucking know about it. I think they fixed the MMR system.
No shot.
Dude, I've been a 5-star for a fucking week. They fixed it.
Wow.
Like,
Good.
yeah. Well, because they made a post, my friend Jaeger. Yeah. They didn't explain it in a video, which I thought was a little goofy. But whatever. But yeah, no, apparently, like, they sent it to, Jaeger sent it to me. I read through it, and they're like, yeah, this should help with D-rankers, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you're still caught trying to D-rank, it's still punishable, that kind of shit.
Really?
So, yeah, I think it's fixed, because I have legitimately been a 5-star this whole time, and I have taken more than one shot to the face this week.
Yo, wow. You haven't just ran through your fucking games with absolutely no contest at all?
Yeah, nah, not really.
Good. Good. Dan, that means these games we're about to play later are going to actually be cracked.
Yeah, no, it actually feels a little bit more balanced for the most part. I will say that. Like, nothing terrible. Nothing terrible. But there's a lot of good stuff coming, I think.
We got a new fucking map coming. A whole new game coming, basically. We got Bullet Drop coming. Oh, yeah. Y'all in the chat, how do you feel about Bullet Drop? What's the consensus on that? Because everybody seems googo mad about it, and I don't know how I feel yet. I refuse to have an opinion until I have tried the Bullet Drop and felt how it feels myself.
It's not that I have an opinion. I don't know. Yeah, and then if people respond, we can obviously talk about it. But my problem is that why are you adding this in 6 years later? Like,
because they had to. This is Hunt 2.0. I think it would be less anger-inducing for people if they would call this Hunt 2.0. Because then they go, oh my god, it's basically a new Hunt.
Yeah.
But because they're trying to they're trying to play the middle, right? They're trying to make this look a lot less of a big deal than it is.
Right.
Because they want less backlash, which for those in the chat that know, backlash is unfortunately the most common occurrence in this community. Unfortunately.
Right.
I love this community so much, but backlash is constant.
Agreed.
For whether it's due or not due, whether it's for no reason or a reason, it is constant, right? So
yeah, and ultimately, before the thing I'll say is that I don't think it's inherently a bad thing, because I'm on the fence. Right. I'm very much on the fence. I would love for it to work properly. But it just seems a little goofy. Like, it's their explanations for it are silly. Their whole reason for introducing it seems silly, when in reality they could have had an easier solution. Like, they want to debuff the long ammo snipers. Like, I actually had one friend who flat out is just like, no, I'm not playing Hunt ever again.
oh my god.
And his reasoning is different because it's not just Hunt. He is ex-military. He knows how bullet drop works in reality. And he's like, I don't play any game that has bullet drop. So not just Hunt, it's like Battlefield, Tarkov, anything that has any sort of bullet drop he does not fuck with. And I'm just like, you know what? That's fair. That's a legitimate gripe. Because he was saying, I can't unfuck my brain like that, in his words. So that I can understand. I still want to try it myself. I want to see how it feels. But you're doing that plus unlimited headshot range? That's a bit goofy to me.
You don't like the unlimited headshot range? You want bullets to do less damage at a distance like they do in real life?
Yeah, imagine that. But also the thing is, we used to have unlimited headshot range in Hunt.
I didn't even know that, really?
Yeah, it was terrible because the Winnie was king. It was and even a lot of the streamers that have been around since like the alpha and beta even said they don't know how they feel about it. And I was just like, I'm just like, whatever.
This should look bad for your eyes, but it'll be more interesting on the screen for... Alright, that should be a little better. Let me make the background a little blurry. Alright.
Yeah.
Let me make the background just slightly blurrier. Oh, we just got to the April Fool's song in the fucking playlist.
I ultimately, like I said, I've told everybody, I am on the fence personally about it. Because ultimately, I don't think it's going to affect me at all.
Really?
Like, realistically. Because I don't fight at the ranges that the bullet drop's going to, actually affect it.
Yeah.
But it also does depend on the gun. Like, the uppercut, the bullet drop allegedly starts at 15 meters. So, and people who are saying it's like kind of like a gotcha to snipers, they're just going to use Spitzer and high velocity more. Yeah, like Grell said, Winnie Marksman high velocity. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. There you go. That's kind of my 2 cents on it, though. Like, I do want to try it. I want to see how it feels. If it's really goofy, then I don't want it. But like I saw the preview in one of the videos, and it does seem egregious, like 200 meters out.
For the one hit headshots, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine you're just chilling, right, and somebody's bullet just scrapes your fucking ear, and you die instantly. Your head explodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like 300 meters away.
Like a whole compound down, just lobbing headshots. I'm not saying it's gonna happen like that. Obviously, somebody has to be cheating to make that happen, but I'm saying it's possible.
Oh yeah.
The Nagant Deadeye. Ew! Ew! Get it out of here!
The Nagant Deadeye is gonna be the best sniper in the game.
Get it out of here!
It's gonna be the lightest bullet, have the highest velocity.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. That's awesome.
Well, and for me, I think a couple of us have talked about it. The Centennial Sniper with high velocity is going to be king.
I can see that.
Because I don't know if you saw, but high velocity and Spitzer helps negate some of the bullet drop and stuff.
I mean, hear me out, dude. I'm telling you, the Krag's gonna go nuts.
Ah, yeah! The Krag's gonna be busted. Like.
Oh, I can't wait.
The Krag is gonna be busted.
I can't wait, dude.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Krag. But actually, it was Grell and I having the discussion. We actually think a better long ammo nerf would have been what they're doing with the Haymaker and the Uppercut.
Right.
Where you just have it sub 125, right? Like, have all the multi-shots sub 125 and then have your fucking skill cannons be the ones that can redown.
Krag gang, rise up.
Damn right.
Dude, I love the Krag, bro. I love it because it just feels fucking incredible to shoot it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I literally called it a long ammo compact Winnie.
There we go.
Like it has that feeling.
Whatever.
I'm
trying to make it so that your head is like on the screen. Like, I blame Streamlabs for having no good tools.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go. It's a smooth gun to use. It's got a great sound. That's the thing. Think about sound design, right? It feels incredible to shoot the fucking gun.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love the Krag, dude. Fuck. It feels so good to shoot it. Oh,
I agree.
Dude, that's a big thing in this game. If the gun feels good to shoot, right, then I feel like I'm way better at using it. Or confident. Right?
Yeah. That's actually one of the reasons I like the Mako so much. That thing is a fucking cannon, and it feels like it.
Yeah.
I love that. I would say the only gun that literally, like, to me, literally the only gun that doesn't feel good to shoot, despite me doing silly shit with it, is the regular Nagant, the base Nagant. Like, I literally,
Really?
that thing feels like a pop gun. Like, because even the conversion, the regular conversion feels good to shoot. The PAX is like the best quick draw gun in the game, in my opinion. Um, I just saw a crowd. Mako sounds like the bullet is about to hit with the force of goddamn fucking Skippy. It like, but yeah, no, I'm trying to
I
think.
agree.
I'm trying to think, like, because there's literally no. Actually, you know what? You know what's worse than the fucking Nagant? And I wish it wasn't.
What?
The fucking new army. Why is that gun in the game?
I'm not a fan of the new army.
I wish I liked the new army because
It doesn't feel good to shoot, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, no, and honestly, the only time it feels good to shoot is if you have two of them.
Yep.
The dualies are literally the best reason to use that gun. That's about it. It's the only thing it does better than the officers that the dualies are better, and that sucks.
I agree.
So, and you know, it's not, you can't even say, oh, it has bleed, so that could do that. No, the fucking officer is bleed now, so don't matter.
Yeah.
But
the no harmy. Fuck you.
yeah, no,
That's awesome. I love that. Give them a sticker,
call it
dude.
that.
That's awesome. I love it.
I call it that too. It's such a funny fucking name for it.
The
Nobody likes it.
I've given it not an honest shake. I've given it an honest try multiple times. Every time it's in my hands, it doesn't feel good to use.
Yep, nope.
Feels like I'm throwing paper at people. The sound isn't great. Visually, there's nothing crazy going on there. I truly think it is a miserable weapon. And then, you know what's crazy too? I see forums of people talking about their favorite weapons, right? Nobody says Cobalt New Army. Nobody. It's not on there. I don't see it.
Yeah. No.
Get off here.
It feels like, and this is funny because this is kind of dating me a little bit, but I played a underground, or I would say kind of like a lesser known horror game called The Suffering.
Yep, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. First game, amazing. All the guns felt great, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
You got to the second game, they tried to spice it up a bit like they did back in the day.
Yep.
They called the 45 pistols Mentos poppers. And that has stuck with me. And I was like, you know what? That's what the new army is. It's shooting Mentos at people. Like,
dude,
that's all it's doing.
I could see it in my head. I can see it.
Yeah. Like when the Derringer is a better fucking pistol.
The Suffering was goated. Hey, I've heard of it. I have.
Yeah, if you do it's a dark twist. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but like it if you like the fucked upness of Hunt,
yep.
The Suffering is that, but in a prison. So I would say if you can find it, it's on GOG. I think both of them are on GOG. So GOG. Kind of like grog.
Alright. Well, so because we did this live and it was like last minute, y'all, normally we actually have bullet points to go through. We don't have that this time. I didn't want to do that because the point of this was to be live, I thought it would be a great idea for other people to bring up points of discussion and to talk about those ourselves, get our live thoughts on it, and get you guys involved. I thought that would be great for like a live trial of what the show could be like live. Normally going forward, we would still have our points to go over while still being live, but this was the idea this time around. That's why it was spur of the moment. So, but I did want to discuss something in a specifics here. I'm assuming it's been a day. Has everybody in the chat watched the newest developer video?
I know I have.
It came out yesterday. It was tech advancements and back-end improvements. Have you all done your homework? I hope so. You did? Awesome, because I didn't.
God damn it, Horse.
So we can watch it together, y'all.
You fucking see, you were too busy being too much of a fucking cardboard nerd. Like,
no, yeah, I was playing Magic yesterday instead of watching this and doing my homework.
takes 3 minutes in between matches, bro.
I know. Don't blame me. Blame society.
I'm blaming you.
All right, I'm gonna move your fat fucking head on my screen to the side underneath me, and then
Hell
we'll
let's
move
go.
the chat. So we're gonna watch it together, y'all. It's gonna be great. And then I'll move the chat box. Y'all can't see it because I'm using studio mode. I'm gonna make our heads much smaller. Corner. But so for y'all who saw it, you know, unlike me who didn't do his homework, how did y'all feel about it?
It's wild.
Wild?
A little wild. Like, it's not like
bullet casually dropping bullet drop at 6 years into the fucking game.
Yeah, it's not that. I think
not that wild.
If it's wild in the sense of how the game looks now.
Yep.
I think I want to see your reaction to it because it just woof.
All right, fair. Well, on the bright side, I am outdone. I'm not a streamer, y'all, if you couldn't tell. Normally people are gonna just hit like 5 buttons and have all this like done with. Not me. I am a YouTuber first. That is me. Alright. This is good enough. I truly don't give that much of a fuck. This is good enough. People are more here for my live reaction, if anything, so this is fine. Alright. Music off. Alright, is it gonna be David or is it gonna be or is it gonna be Dennis? Let's see, let's find out. Alright.
We shall see.
Hi there, I'm Scott Peter,
What?
Principal Engine Programmer on CryEngine. Over the past year,
who are you?
we've worked hard to take advantage of modern PC and console hardware, and with the CryEngine 5.11 update, we have been able to build our most immersive world yet. For Hunt Showdown, this means improved visuals, performance enhancements, audio upgrades, and more coming this August, as well as plenty more new features in development for the future. First, let's dive into what CryEngine 5.11 means for our console players. We're excited to bring native support to Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS and 4K, and Xbox Series S at 60 FPS and 2K, all in glorious HDR. This means Hunt Showdown has been optimized to offer an immersive and visually superior gameplay experience.
Okay, 4K Hunt Showdown's gonna look fucking good.
Technical improvements ushered in with the engine upgrade bring with it a leap in visual fidelity, with improvements across textures, lighting, animation, and more. Introducing a new light cache system and specular tracing for multi-bounce global illumination means we can create higher quality lighting for heightened realism in those dark corners.
The fucking beams!
Greater depth to environmental visuals, richer darkness, and even more detail for keen eyes and skilled hunters to make use of. As well as this, we've introduced improvements to both character models and environmental features. More accurate physically based lighting for hair shading means those beards have never looked so good. While water and rivers now have improved flow, turbulence, and foam for increased realism. These subtle details make for a significantly more natural and realistic feel to the world of Hunt Showdown, contributing to a more deeply engaging experience.
Oh my god!
Right?
For CryEngine,
the water,
cutting-edge
dude!
performance is always at the front of our minds when working on new features and upgrades. With this in mind, we are taking advantage of upscaled performance with DLSS 2.3.1 and FSR 2.1.2. For players, this technology not only means a performance boost in terms of running games at a higher frame rate, but sharper, more detailed graphics, visual effects, and more. Improving performance will continue to be a priority as we move beyond the August 15th launch. We are working on reducing controller latency with improved frame pacing and NVIDIA Reflex integration, as well as building on the improvements we've already made to loading times with direct storage.
God, the water,
The
dude. I
back
want to
end of
swim
Hunt
in it.
Showdown supports the persistent player profile, shopping,
Yeah, dope.
and progression outside of individual game sessions. And this is something we've been working to improve for launch. From August onwards, players will notice a more responsive backend, meaning a more seamless experience in the store and across Bloodline interactions. The changes also mean we're able to reduce instances of service downtime in the future.
The service downtime was never a big deal for me. I'm
CryEngine
unbothered.
5.11 also introduces significant updates to Hunt Showdown's immersive audio.
This
First
I'm
of
hyped
all,
for,
we're
the
carefully
audio.
refining the game's audio mix, improving our very own Cry-Spatial audio technology, and adding an audio slapback ecosystem for improved clarity and sound definition. Additionally, we're providing new ways to experience Hunt's award-winning audio. Dolby Atmos and other spatial audio technologies will be available on all platforms. For headphone users, PC and Xbox owners will benefit from Microsoft Sonic for headphones, while PlayStation 5 owners specifically will benefit from Tempest 3D audio compatibility. No matter what your audio setup, you will be even further immersed into the Hunt Showdown world. We can't wait to reveal even more details for our upcoming August launch. Follow our social channels for new videos and updates.
Dude, I cannot
See you
wait.
soon.
Oh my, oh my God. God, I want to swim in the water.
God. Yeah, the fucking honestly, the wall bangs. Those are gonna be so good. Like, I'm just gonna fucking pop people.
Fucking go, dude. I have to go back and look. I know I'm like really focusing on the water, but like, holy shit.
No, the water looks fucking incredible.
These subtle details shading means those beards have never looked so good.
Like, I can only imagine the
While
grime
water
and
and
shit.
air
Oh
is not-
my God, dude. Ah, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be sick. Okay, so let's actually discuss this video now. Let's get live thoughts on this. So, the lighting on people. Everybody's gonna like it except me. Why me? So, I'm not gonna like it because it completely ruins all the PNGs I get for characters for all of my videos. Not to be selfish, but now everything's gonna have shading on it, and it's gonna make it look really weird on screen when I'm doing little animations for all the PNGs.
Get those PNGs.
Now I gotta fucking ahead of time I gotta get screenshots of every character that exists before they add this new lighting.
Oh, that would be an interesting visual change. Lee posted, I think it would be nice if there was a kind of blood cloud in the water when someone dies in the water. That would be neat.
I could see that, like a
like, even if it's just like a little bit, you know?
It doesn't have to be crazy, but if you could just see like around, say the body splashes, hits the water, bam, just a little bit of redness just comes out from underneath it, and that's it.
Hell, honestly, you don't even have to go that far. You could just have a little bubble.
It'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they could do a lot. Like, they could do a lot now.
I'll mute this and fucking go back to play it. Let's put the speed lower. So, how do I feel about the shadows and everything? My gripe is, and this is gonna make me look like a fucking prick, the competitive integrity of Hunt Showdown.
Right.
For, unironically, as immersive as these shadows look, right? It's rough only because it makes it harder to play the game.
No, and I can see that.
It makes it harder to see. Visual clarity goes out the window the more in-depth and strong shadows get.
Yeah, I agree. However, we haven't seen an enemy hunter in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, typically, because if you notice when we play now, enemy hunters are usually lightened up a little bit.
Right.
And I don't think they would be like, oh yeah, no, you could just sit in a corner as the bone doctor and you'll be fine. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. Now, if they do, you already know they gonna hear about it. like,
Yeah.
like I'm with you. As long as they don't make it to where it's unreadable, we're good. Like,
That is my only concern with this. That is my only concern because,
it's valid.
I mean, because if you look here, I know my screen is a little darker than most because of my eyes, but like, perfect example. I'm the perfect example. I personally have to keep my screens filtered and a slightly lower darkness than most people because of my severe eye problems.
Yeah.
I'm fucked if these shadows are too strong. I will go into a building and not be able to see. Now, am I everybody? Fuck no. But that is still a concern that needs to be withheld, in my opinion. It needs to be a concern. Only because there are a lot of people that, even if they aren't having eye problems, they care about their eye health, right? They lower the brightness because they're at their computer all fucking day playing games. It's common, very common. So that's my only gripe with the shadows. Other than that, they're very immersive. They look very nice. They're gorgeous, even. I really like, where was it? The sunbeam coming in through the fucking door. Stunning.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that.
Now I do
Really
wonder.
nice.
I do wonder how gamma is going to affect that.
Right, right.
Because they never said anything that they weren't taking gamma out.
Right.
So,
And that's a fair point, Lee. Hopefully we can reduce the shadow intensity in settings. I agree.
yeah.
Because if it's like this in this building, normally, I can't... On my screen, it might be different for y'all right now, I can't even see the gun. It's just a black silhouette.
Oh
So,
my fucking god, bro. Your eyes are fucking...
I can barely see the gun, because it's all
You
just
need-
darker for me, so...
Okay, hold on. You need to ask God for a reroll, bro. Like Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. I didn't realize your eyesight was that bad. And you actually still do really fucking well.
I do okay on
should-
Hunt. I do okay. Don't blow me here on the chat. I
Look,
do okay.
look. Here, all I'm saying is, apparently people are still surprised that I play in a lazy boy on a 50-inch TV. Okay, like we work with what we got.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I'm learning about my co-host today.
I thought we talked. Well, we may have talked about it when we like very first met, but
It's been a long time.
Because I don't go around saying, "Oh yeah, no, I play Hunt on a 50-inch TV and I still dunk on motherfuckers."
Right. So, I don't think there's anything else in the video that I would have great input on, if I'm being honest. Like, latency was never a problem for me. Except for times of server issues, I had fine latency all the time. The only time I ever had issues was if I was playing with some of my viewers from overseas across the pond. Only time I had issues. And that's not Crytek's fault. I was playing with people across the fucking world. So,
Right.
I have no latency issues. Controllers, I haven't tried controllers. Controller folks in the chat, how are controllers? Any of y'all?
They're definitely not mouse and keyboard.
I'm mouse and keyboard. I can't help y'all if you're on a controller. And I feel like I did think that Hunt would be a good controller game only because you can get by with slow movements if your positioning is good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's great.
Oh my god, I remember I took one of my friends. Bless her, she's such a sweetheart. But she wanted to play a game with me, and I was obviously always in the middle of a Hunt binge. And she plays like damn near everything with controller. Like I'm talking like she's like, yeah, I don't know, mouse and keyboard just like makes my brain break. And I was like, that's fine, we can play.
I respect it.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until we were in the match already.
Dude, with my fucking hand issues, I've got a controller. I've got an Xbox One controller plugged into my computer 24/7. I completely understand if it's a game that I can comfortably play on controller that feels good on controller, I do it every time.
Oh yeah.
Shooters, 90% of the time I just deal with the mouse and keyboard because I'm bad at shooters as is. You add in a controller, it's infinitely worse. So.
Oh my god. No, and the funny thing for me is that when she was playing, I think it was mainly just Hunt that was like kind of catching her up because she's used to like Apex and all those other shooters.
Right.
But I was like, "Oh no, you did all right. Like you did thing." And she was like, "You just carried me through 12 people." Like, and I was just like,
Hey, for
"It's
those of
fine."
you in the chat who haven't played with him, he does that. He'll do that. Don't let him fucking lie to you. Some
Yeah.
days this he'll be the first one to die. Be like, oh, didn't get him. All right, it's on you. Like what? But other
Yeah.
days he'll just be like, all right, I got 8. I got 8. Where are you? All right, I think we're clear. Like what?
I
I'll
mean,
be over here killing a meathead, trying to get traits, and then he's like, all right, I got a squad. Just running around with a katana. Just running around with a katana on his hip,
I had
running around the building. Dead. 3 people.
the funny thing is that I haven't taken the katana in a while now.
Fair. Good. You gotta let people catch up. I get it. Gotta give
Oh
people a chance.
well, I have the spear now.
Truly the katana of the air, right?
Well, it's not even that, man. Like honestly, I think that's another point of contention I've seen, and not like a super contention. So this is actually would be an interesting thing to talk about.
Right.
The spear being a tool, and for how strong it is, little nuts.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've seen the animations, right? Like, but
I haven't played Hunt since the Spear was added, truthfully.
okay,
So.
okay. So basically, light attack 105, right?
Yep.
Um, it's its attack speed is faster than the knife swinging.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's busted. Then the heavy attack readies quicker than both the saber and the katana. Um, the katana only having the advantage if it's sheathed. But that one does like 280 is the damage on that. And then thrown, it's like 324. So it's only like 30 damage less than a fucking nitro.
As a tool?
As a tool. Like, and people will say, oh, well, you only get one. I was like, well, it's kind of hard to fucking miss. It's a huge goddamn spear. Like, it's kind of easy to get back.
I can't
Then
believe that it's a fucking tool, dude.
right, no, and that's what people are saying. It's like people have made suggestions. Like the fact that this is a tool, I would actually almost rather it be like a retrievable consumable,
Right.
or something. I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do about it because the funny thing is that, and I noticed this based off of the nitro damage because when you nitro like the butcher,
Yep.
it does like a third of his health or something like that if you get a really good shot on him. The spear does a full eighth,
Right.
and then you
Oh, you lagged out. He died. He's dead. Goodbye, dead man. Hardly knew you.
goodbye.
Oh, you're back? Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
well, no, like
Good.
it had you offline for a hot second.
Oh, awesome. It was my internet. Perfect. All right, well, we're back.
Woo! We're so back. Um,
It's Jover.
yeah, no, and like Lee said, you can have two with frontiersmen, so it doesn't even matter.
That makes it infinitely worse.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is that I can it. So I was down here. Here's how insane this spear is. Um, we were screwing around like right before I got in this call.
Yep.
I had the spear. I was down at the lighthouse extract for was it Ironworks? Yeah. So I was near the boat. My buddy Guns was at the top of the lighthouse. I aimed a little bit above him, and I'm talking like just the tiniest bit above him, and just threw it, and it hit him dead on. He was like, "Oh shit, did you throw something?" I was like, I just threw the spear, my dude." And like, I'm not even talking, I was at the bottom of the tower, I was across the river. And I like kind of sort of aimed at him, and it just fucking like the first match I had it, I got 4 kills with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's busted. I have seen it kill when you hit him in the calf. Like, basically, if it gets a hit,
You got hate mail on your fucking Steam profile for killing a solo with a spear. Yikes! Wow, that's
as you should. That solo should also have a spear, and he should have been faster. He's a bitch.
If you can't beat him, join him. It always works.
Well, there's no point to not bring it. Like, there's that. I think that's my ultimate problem with the spear is that there is legitimately no reason to not take the spear.
You mean you don't want to take fusies?
I do take fusies. That's the funny thing about the spear.
You mean you don't want to take fusies, a med kit, a knuckle knife, and then also a flare gun?
That just broke my brain. I just want you to know. I was like, wait a minute. There's 2 tools to do the same thing. What?
Yeah. You don't want 2 sources of light that burn bodies?
Absolutely not. Oh, that's the other thing. Did you see that they actually upped the amount of fusies and flares you get?
No. Why?
Burning. Like, that's fusies are up to 6 with Frontiersman.
Oh my! We already have enough burning as it is.
That's the thing, is that they said they are basically leaning into burning now. Because I don't know if you saw the one I want to say it was before this one. The one before this one. Burning is gonna double in speed. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. However, their whole idea is that they are trying to get rid of stalemates. And I could kind of see that. But the other side of that, to be clear, the other side of that was that they are also reducing the amount of time a choke cloud is on the map by half.
Right.
So it's kind of like both. Basically, you can't just sit there, pre-throw a choke bomb, and then kind of go around, like, you can't do that slow. You have to kind of like make not split second, but you need to make quick decisions.
Okay.
I want to see how it plays live environment. I'm ultimately kind of here for it because now as a solo with the solo necro changes, Jesus. Well, no, not. It's actually just necro changes in general. It's not just solo. I'm intrigued. Like, I want to see how it works out. Because I don't know if you saw the necro changes, but they a bit spicy.
I did see the necro changes. I did see those. That it's gonna be a burn trait, but it's gonna be not a burn trait, but a scarce trait instead.
No, it's a burn. It's a burn.
No, because there's 2 types of traits now. So there's the burn traits you find in the wild, and then there's scarce traits, which are the ones where you can still get it again if you want it, but it is still a burn trait.
Other way around.
Fuck.
You had the right one.
I was so close!
You were so close! No, but like, as an example, Shadow and Shadow Leap are scarce, but not burn.
Yep. Oh, fuck me, I get it now.
Yep. No, but I mean, bruh. Like,
bruh.
You got so much jumbled up in that brain of yours.
Yeah, it's pretty
bad. But yeah, no, so there's that. And I like that it burns for teams too. Like, the necro burning for teams means you actually have to be like tactical with it. Like, you can't just Pokemon a motherfucker up 3 times and then just hope for the best. Like, you have to actually play, and you're not gonna like dunk on your teammate basically who just got 6 kills racked up because you decided to just keep going. And then on the other side, they took away removing health. So I was like, okay. So even if you do necro, you don't have to spend that extra second to heal. You can necro and immediately pop up, start firing.
Solo necro hasn't been fun since people just hover over you watching you burn. Okay, so solo necro is fine. It's more of how patient and how willing are you to throw away the next 20 minutes of your life just waiting.
Right.
Because
no, I see what Lee's saying though. Playing as a solo with necro hasn't been fun for a while.
I think of it. How do I want to word this? My problem with my thing is like I don't see it as being that bad. I see, for me, right? I kind of like the game of chicken that's played with Necro, where it's you and the other person waiting forever, and who bites the bullet first. Will you jump up at the right time? I find that to be a little exhilarating, although waiting sucks. The actual act of getting back up feels great. Like, it's really exciting to possibly get your brains blown out, I guess, immediately, or get the jump on somebody, get them at the next compound, chase them down. I find that exciting. Different perspectives, but
well, and here's the thing. Here's what I mean. I think that part will go away more with the new one. Because you get a boss vanish when you stand back up the one time. So I think you get more of a fighting chance standing up with your full HP, right?
yeah.
And it's also three big bar solo necro is going to be the meta. Like,
Yeah.
and that's funny because I haven't rolled 3 big bars in years.
Me either. The moment they gave me the option to choose my own health, I didn't do it. I didn't do 3 bars.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you in a second. I agree, Grell. I agree with that.
Right. I think people were looking at Necro as a given and not to be granted. I believe that Necro is a chance. I don't think it should be guaranteed. And that's the problem, is that the people who use Necro a lot often feel like it's supposed to be guaranteed. The people that don't like Necro don't want it to be there at all. So.
What the fuck is that? Is that a new Lamat carbine? I'll look at that in a second. No, but like before we had the respec, me and my friends would go find lanterns and burn all of our bars off before we extracted. Yeah. Like we would play one round with like really goofy bars, and then after that, we would walk out without any. And I think that's why people were like, "Oh, we should probably just add respec."
Which was a great change, by the way.
Yeah. Let me look at that. That's weird. Because that was a Lamat carbine called Death's Grin. And that's not in the game currently, as far as I'm aware. Oh, that's coming out on July 17th. Oh my god, what? Here, I'm blipping this to you so you can show it on stream. This is literally just got posted like an hour ago. Like, that looks good. I love the theming of that, actually.
Did you send it to me?
I sent it to you in the DM, yeah. It's coming out on July 17th.
Oh.
Another benefit of doing this live.
Oh yeah, we get things that get added. We could look at them immediately.
Yeah, like pull it up and address it. Unlike what was it, 2 that we had to go back and record like a 5-minute thing or whatever.
I was pissed about that, yeah.
That was funny. Which actually the good thing is that it's either Thursday or Friday. Those videos are coming out right now, so. But no, I don't know. It's not even my typical aesthetic, but that thing looks fucking sexy.
Alright. Fucking stupid. Yes, I don't stream! There it is. There we go. So I think this looks really nice. I want to zoom in on the flower there. These look
actually
very interesting. Actually, there's a lot of detail in them. Oh, right, it's on the stream. Yeah, there you go. These look really. There's so much detail in these.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that is interesting is that it is very Mexican culture centric.
Right.
And that's really nice. Like, because I know we have some Latin American hunters, but I think we have like what, 2 Mexican hunters, and kind of having a couple more like themed skins around that is pretty good. Like, because I really like, because I used to have some jewelry with those skulls in them. And then, yeah, then the engraving is also very reminiscent of that. Like you said, the flowers are also very reminiscent. That's actually kind of cool. Did they have a description?
I'm a big fan of this. Who's this for?
Just it's a BB skin.
Oh.
It's coming out on the 17th. It's called specifically, I think it's in the bottom. Yeah, Death's Grin.
Yep.
The only thing they have on the description is adorned with ornate etchings and skulls galore. This Lamette carbine is sure to make Death himself smile.
I like that. I want a blood bond skin for a gun I'm not gonna use. I might still want that.
I mean, I'm going to.
I mean, you own basically everything in the fucking game, so.
Yep.
You are not. You're not a great metric for people buying skins or not buying things in the game. It's a bit much for you. You have everything almost, so.
Yeah.
All right. I love the skulls on them, like just wrapped around it. Like
yeah,
the necklaces. I think they're nice.
Yeah, no, and I like that it's very Day of the Dead looking. Like it's not not overly grotesque.
Yeah, more like the beauty and death being represented, not just dead. Okay.
But yeah, no, I very much agree. It looks good. Like I said, not my typical thing, but it's still like I'm here for unique skins. And as everybody knows, I am very against gaudy ass skins, and I feel like this is a good mix. Like it's beautiful. It has really cool details. It's also not extraordinarily grody like I like, but you know.
Right, exactly.
I don't need every skin to be grody.
You don't need all of your skins to be grotesque and disgusting because it's Hunt Showdown?
Nope. I mean, honestly, the only thing I need is just a conversion pistol that looks like I pulled it out of a fucking meathead's ass or something, and I'll be fine.
Wow. That was a description I never want to hear again.
You're welcome.
Thanks, pal.
I just need something to go with Crustaceous Cruelty, which is like my favorite Winnie Sea skin ever.
Right. I can see that.
Because I have because I have Faultless. That's one of my favorite conversion skins currently. Is that one, which is was the Native American one.
That was the developer insight. Yesterday there was, the Scions event.
Yep, that's the Viking skins. Please, like, that's nasty. And I say that knowing full well I would never use a gun like that in reality. Oh, this trailer is baller, by the way.
Wait a minute, this is he. Wait, I gotta watch that again. That was awesome. I'm putting your face in the fucking top left corner.
Yeah, you're good.
Dude, that was awesome. What?
I love those hunters. They're cool.
What the fuck? That was sick.
Also, not gonna lie, I love that the fucking wax dynamite stick is called Loki's gift.
I want this music in the game too, by the way.
I think they need to.
Ooh. Not as big of a fan of her look so much. But he looks fucking incredible, actually.
I think the more I looked at her, the better she looked. If I'm being honest. Like, I just think it's funny we just now have like a second shirtless hunter.
So now that I'm thinking about it, this is Crytek leaning into the full-on worldwide immigration of every culture in the world coming to the bayous, or whatever the fuck's going on here.
Yep.
Everything. You've got a Canadian Mountie, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm. I have said for a long time that Hunt is one of the it has the most diverse cast of characters so far.
Yes.
And I think it's only going to get more diverse as it goes. And in a respectful way is, I think, the other important thing. And that's something that I appreciate about the Hunt team. They're not just throwing people in there just to throw them in there. They're doing research. They're like, they're dealing with situations like that. Like, I'll see occasionally, and I don't know how legitimate these people are being, but you'll see like people wanting LGBT skins and stuff like that. And I was like, just read the damn lore. Like, there is a non-binary hunter. There's a couple of lesbian hunters.
So it's the dynamite, the gun, and then the two characters.
Dynamite, gun, and two characters. Yeah.
Really hoping they would have had an axe to go with it, but it's alright.
Yeah, I kind of hope. I'll double check because I think the bundle's still available. One sec.
Oh, but for the LGBTQ thing you mentioned, so my thing is, a lot of people don't realize you can have representation without it being shoved in your face. A lot of lore
100%.
isn't. There's so much lore. Just read the fucking lore. I don't need a character to come through with actual flags on them of any culture or any group of people. You don't need the flags on your goddamn skin to represent who you are. That's not how people are in real life. Just be a full depth, a person full of depth and complications as anybody is, and then have your history that you could tell people, which is what they do in the lore. It doesn't need to be in your face.
Well, and the other side of it is that flag didn't exist back then.
Exactly. That's another thing, the history of it. Like a lot, sure, you could say whatever about the fact that there were people back then that were these things that just wasn't talked about, sure. But why are we trying to go back in time? Because Hunt is a timepiece. It's not modern day. It's back in time. So you got to try and represent it more effectively.
There's two hunters that are NB, by the way, Grell. It is Viper and what the hell's that other one? It's the other one that people thought I would play. Hold on. I am in game, so I'm just looking at the hunters because it's the fucking Ironbark is the other one. Both of them are considered non-binary. They are referred to as by.
You think they need to have a completely overhaul way to view the lore? I agree. If they could have a whole section in game where you could click on a hunter, have a nice 3D, like a 3D view of them where you could spin them around to get a good view of their character model, and then just like a book, like just right there beside them to read the fucking lore. Or if they have multiple different lore entries from different sources, put them in there too. That would be incredible. And it would be great for us too as content creators, utilizing that as a resource.
This is why I am unlocking every single damn thing and not prestiging, so I can chronicle the lore as it stands before 2.0.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose a lot of the lore too. Like, because they're getting rid of the books.
They are getting rid of the books, and I think they said they want to bring it back in some way, but I don't know.
When or if that'll ever happen.
I think it's more of a when, because people do like the lore a lot.
I love the lore.
But that I am close to unlocking everything. It's just all of the expensive weapons right now that are just killing me. So when we go to the gameplay segment, I might be rolling some busted ass loadouts. But
oh yes. So speaking of that, so schedule for the rest of the day, folks. We're gonna run this podcast as is for another like half hour. Then I have to go drop off my partner at work. Then I'll be back, and then we're actually gonna play games for some hours. And we'll have a third slot if there's anybody around for trios. We'll be doing some while. It'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
But if anybody hanging out wants a sneak peek, I did mention that I have some big things coming to my channel soon. I know I say that all the time and then nothing happens, but I mean it this time. I am working with a video editor now to actually get a shorts series going on for the lore. For those who don't know about YouTube Shorts, it's a minute or less. So it's pretty dumbed down. The editing's not going to be crazy, but it's going to be a lot of different characters that I can cover for short periods of time, and that's what's exciting about it. So if you guys want more stuff like that, stuff that's easier to get done, stuff that it could be more consistent, just to get more hunt into the breadth of the channel, watch those when they come out. And I could even show you on the stream now. I could give you a sneak peek of what the first one will look like. Fireball.
Absolutely.
Hide that for a minute so I don't show everybody my entire Google Drive of work.
No, we must speak into the Drive. Google. We can do it. We can just do it.
Y'all will never guess what my fucking password is for this. I'm not gonna tell you. What if it was Hunter Showdown? Wouldn't that be crazy?
A little bit.
Fireball. Okay. Download that, and then I'll open it. He once tackled an interview. Oh. Sheriff Harden is the password. It's not. It's really not. Unironically, it's not. It's no cap. I don't care because nobody has a link to get in there. It's privated. Yeah, no, it's Hunter Showdown. If that wasn't a me. Illustrious Hunter Showdown.
The Hunter Showdown.
There we go. All right, let's give this a look, y'all. I'm not. They aren't the best thing in the world, but I am satisfied with them, and they're going to be consistent. He once tackled an interviewer and chewed at his face with his bare teeth. Here's the story of Hunt Showdown's most cold-blooded killer. Keith Cohen, the reptilian. Cohen's early years are lost to time. having grown up the apprentice of the cruel and ambitious hunter Frank Gavel. The boy had been taught that every scale was valuable and deserved for the strong to covet. And for years his partnership bore fruit until one malicious season. Mysterious circumstances incomprehensible to men saw all the gators hightailed it out of the bayous, leaving both men with nothing. Desperation pushed master and apprentice to distances
God, back when they
been,
didn't know when they were doing with
to its home. Gravel plunged his harpoon
hunter weapon skins.
With his last life severed, a mist of greed and avarice shrouded his apprentice's mind. Cohen abruptly dug his blade into Gravel's throat and watched him bleed out across the gator's carcass. Now donning that beast's skin, a mantle of victory and betrayal, the bloodlust has never left the reptilian soul to this day. Hey, subscribe. Yeah, so, they still need a lot of work, but that's a draft. Anyways, just so you're all aware, that's what I'm trying to do right now, is like a shit ton of these. Just to get more content on the channel, and also to represent the lore in quicker little bites for people. Yeah, that's the reptilian, by the way, the lore that we were going to cover today. Looks good? It looks okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
My main gripe is the text and stuff, and like, blah, 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 but it's like, for them, they're supposed to be really quick and easy and not perfect. That's the thing. They're not meant to be like the caliber of work I normally do on the channel. These are meant to just be things I could push out as quickly as possible so that there's a shit ton of them. And hopefully it'll get more people to the channel. But that was the sneak peek that I wanted to show y'all of what we were working on. Hunter Showdown.
We hunting and we show down.
My thing is, and this is my main problem I have as a content creator, I physically do not have the ability that I need to work on the quality, to produce the quality of work that I want. And so then because I can't lower my quality of work doesn't get done. And then when I outsource it and get a lower quality of work, but it is work getting done, then I'm not happy with it. And it's really hard to mentally get over that block. Just accept it. Just because it doesn't look good to me doesn't mean that it doesn't look good to other people. So, like, I hold myself to a ridiculous standard, and I don't even know why I do that. I don't know why. But I do, and it's a problem.
Yeah, stop that.
Why didn't I think of that before? Yo!
Fuck. Hold on. I gotta move my car real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
It'll take 2 seconds, so I'll be right back.
But, so, those in the chat, do you actually know what the Reptilians' lore is? Off the top of your dome, do you remember? Roughly. Barely, vaguely? Well, then this is perfect. So what we'll do... We'll watch his trailer. We'll watch his trailer together, and then I will tell you his lore. How's that work? We all in agreement with this? It's so wild doing this live because I can just ask people stuff that they want to do, and it's cool instead of having me do all this ahead of time and just hope that people like it. It's so funny. It's so different. This is so different. I like this a lot. I like the live aspect a lot. I really do. Yeah, this is back when they didn't do fully cinematic trailers, by the way. This is back when they would do a little bit of cinematic and then mostly gameplay. Dragon's breath. So that's what the trailer game is looking like. That is what the trailer game is looking like years ago, right? And then this is now. Like, what an incredible difference in all these years, what we've come to. Like, it's insanity. Or better yet, well, I think probably my favorite trailer they've ever done. The Son of Gunpowder. Insane, by the way. So good. Like, this goes so fucking hard. And then back in the Reptilian days, it was literally just, all right, cool. So 5 seconds of cinematic and then 2 minutes of watching people shoot dummies. So now that we've had a comparison of fucking trailers, I can actually tell you the Reptilians. Works for me. Get the Gabagool back on the screen. There he is. Oh my, no, dude, that trailer smack. Is so good. So for those of you who aren't aware, the Reptilian's name is Keith Cohen. And my music stopped for no reason. Pull up my fucking bib. Got it. Alright. So, Keith Cohen's early years were lost to time. We actually truly have no fucking clue what happened to him. What we do know is that at some point in his travels in his life, he wound up under the tutelage of Frank Gavel, a renowned, ambitious, and cruel hunter of gators. He was known for his cruelty. He was known for being somebody that would get whatever he wanted, and he would not rest until he got it. For years, this partnership bore fruit. Frank Gavel had taught Keith Cohen everything that he knew about hunting gators and taking what they wanted for their own. They hunted mercilessly, piles and piles of bones for miles along the way, hunting for the sport of it, for fun. They did not utilize everything that they were hunting. They took it for granted. It wasn't an honest living, you would say. So one malicious season, all of this changed. You'll notice these lores are a lot simpler and shorter back then. One malicious season, there were mysterious circumstances that no man could comprehend that sought all of the gators in Louisiana exiting, and a mass exodus of gators from the lands, leaving Cohen and Gavel with nothing. That was their entire trade, their food source, the source of their clothing, their main trade for sources of income. With nothing left, what would men do, right? What would men do if you have nothing left? You get desperate. You go to lengths that you would never go to. You travel to places you've never been. And the two of them did that. They tracked down a few sects of gators. Sex is an S-E-C-T, weirdos. A few sects of gators within the bayous, what little was left. And Frank Gavel took one of the last remaining gators in Louisiana, and he tore its throat out, stabbing his bomb lance into the fat and scales of the gator, severing its life, one of the last few gators in Louisiana. And in this moment, Keith Cohen, behind his master who had taught him everything for years, he was overcome with this strange emotion. His senses became clouded, in his mind a fury. He could not understand what he was feeling, but that darkness manifested in violence and greed and avarice. Something overtook Keith in this moment. Who knows what? But he immediately sought to claim what was his, and what he saw as a right to him. He plunged his knife into his master's throat, severing his own life, killing Frank Gavel, and splaying his body across the gator in front of him, the blood mixing with the gator's, spreading across the scales. He had taken out his master, and at this point, he claimed his prize. He skinned the gator with his master's blood on it, and he dons that to this day. Years later, now a full-grown man, Keith has kept that ruthlessness, that drive to hunt for fun, the violence, the necessity, always a necessity for him to this day. Now working with the AHA, the American Hunters Association. He was once interviewed, by the way. There are interviews in the game. These are pretty cool if you read them. He was once interviewed, and they gave up on the interview because he attacked the person interviewing him and tried to eat his face with his bare teeth. So, and that's how we know Keith today. From a humble orphan whose upbringing was so little known to us, trained, raised by a gator hunter with his own problems. You would say that Keith ended up taking in too much of that monstrosity from his master. You could say maybe it was something in the water, right? Wink, wink, that really clouded his senses and altered his mind. But no matter how you spin it, he ended up killing his master for no reason other than the drive to do so. And it really makes you think, why, right? Why did Keith kill his teacher, his father figure? The person who had helped him for all these years, regardless of how good or bad of a man that he was. Why did Keith do this? I don't really know. Reading within the details of it, for those who didn't know Hunt's lore, there's a lot going on in the water that people don't understand, right? The old crone's curse, we discussed this in our previous episodes, with the preacher, for example. It takes a while sometimes, but it doesn't take forever. Everybody in the bayous loses their fucking minds. It happens. And these things cause good people to do bad things. Why does that happen? It usually manifests in an event. For Keith, it was the moment that he just saw his teacher kill one of the last gators. Maybe he realized this is it, right? There's nothing left for me. Or maybe he thought, there's only a few gators left. If I kill him, they're all for me. Maybe he thought, this is my chance to really go on my own, to sever the link with the one person that was teaching me all these things and guiding me. I can finally go out on my own and show him that I'm better than him, that I've taken everything he's taught me in stride and improved to a point beyond him. there's so many ways you could go with the story, but at the end of the day, Keith is now a violent and truly the most cold-blooded hunter that the AHA has access to. And at this point, he hunts anything for the fun of it and for the sport of it. It's not about the money for Keith. And that is where we find him today. So just know that when you're playing the Reptilian, you are not playing a good person. You are not playing even a complicated person. You are playing evil incarnate. You are playing somebody who would hunt for the fun of it because it is fun to kill for him. You are playing as somebody that would try to eat the face of an interviewer just for trying to ask him questions about his life. And yet the only reason the AHA accepted Keith, because bear in mind, they have these psychological evaluations. That's what these interviews are for, to see if you won't fuck everything up. The only reason they took Keith in was because he was ruthless to kill. And unfortunately, in the world of Hunt Showdown, you need killers. You need shooters. And Keith is a shooter. He will go to no end, so... And he is an accomplished hunter as well. Bear in mind, he spent years hunting gators. That's a skill. That is a trade. It took a lot to learn these things for years. So he has the skill and the know-how for tracking, for skinning, for hunting, for survival in the wilds. He's got everything. The only problem is who he is as a person. And unfortunately, in the world of Hunt Showdown, you don't need to be a good person to be successful. So he's doing just fine. Yeah. But that is our lore segment. Unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about because, again, back in the day, the lore wasn't as intense as it is now. But we can read. I can go check out his items on his store page.
Imagine that.
Are you back just in time to miss the lore segment?
No, I heard most of it. I just didn't want to pop back in while you were...
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I can pull it up, though.
You're good.
If you want, because I have the thing.
Sure. Let me... Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's a Romero... I almost said Alamo like an idiot, but... Tooth to tail. That's his bomb lance. Having once pierced the fatty flesh of the monsters of the sea, this harpoon-turned bomb lance found its way to land in Louisiana and into the hands of Keith Cohen, where it became an instrument of death and deceit. That's an interesting way to put that.
Well, I mean, he did kill his master, confidant, his teacher, father figure, whatever you want to look at.
And then the Romero Talon is Avarice. This Romero 77 Talon witnessed Keith Cohen give in to greed and murder his mentor in cold blood. This weapon's thirst for blood, a mirror to any hunter who carries it. I actually think I like that description where it's almost like it's not always in his hands.
And that's the thing. It's the water, bro. Something's in the water.
Something's in the water.
Something's in the gorgeous looking water.
Yeah, the one you want to go swim in.
I would, dude. I don't care if it makes me kill my master and teacher. I would do it. The water looks so pretty. It looks so cool.
It does. It do, though.
Yeah. I like the Reptilian a lot. I understand there's a stigma with people playing him just because of the bushwalking, but his skin got reworked anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. No, I actually, the funny thing is that he was my main for a little while.
I don't doubt that. Knowing your type of archetype with your visuals, he seems right up your alley.
Yeah, I just like to, he was at the time one of the more visually unique hunters. I don't even think we really had hooded hunters outside of the tier 3s. He was one of the first. No, I'm not gonna say the first, but he was one of the first.
Right.
So I liked him. I think I bounced between him and somebody else at the time.
Only Hal.
Well, Hal didn't come out actually until a few. Hang on, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DLCs later.
Yep.
So
Wow. Actually, holy
so
shit.
it was him. I played Kane for a little while till the stigma
Yep.
really took over on him.
I don't doubt that. Kane's not a fun character to fight.
Yeah, and then
Different now, but release Kane was brutal.
release Kane was pretty brutal. Yeah. But not to an extent. I think that people were really like they were kind of overhyping it just a tad. I'm not saying it
Bit,
wasn't
yeah.
impossible for some people, but no, actually bounced between. Oh shit, I didn't realize that. The Beast Hunter, I used a good amount.
Yep.
But Bayou RoboCop. So.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I used once Hal came out. That's when I switched over until Reaper came out. Then it was split down the middle. Then everybody else was playing Reaper, so I went back to Hal. So.
Well, folks, we've kind of hung out for a bit today, discussed the fact that this was live. We got to talk to you about a bunch of stuff. We covered our lore segment. We covered the newest developer video from Crytek. And when I get back in about 45 minutes ish, we're gonna be playing some games of Hunt, and that will be open for viewers as well at some point during the night. So, very important. We're pretty much done here. Very important. Please let us know if you liked it live. Again, this was a draft / trial for this, really, a spur of the moment thing. Going forward, there would be a much better structure and better editing and stuff. I would prepare a lot more for a live segment compared to this. But if you like the idea of this being live and you like being able to participate, let us know that. Because if that's the case, we could do this normally. This could be a regular thing. So
Could be.
It could be. Could do a mix, a little half and half, maybe do a live once a month and have the other ones be recorded pre ahead of time. Like there's a lot we can do there. But we need your opinions to really get a grasp on that. So that'll be all for the moment. We're going to go offline now. We'll be back in about 45, 50 minutes to play some games. Please tune in for that. Call a friend, phone a friend, let them know. Where can people find you per usual, Deadman?
Not on Twitch at the moment, but they can find me at. Let me make sure I got the correct. Oh my god. I do believe it is just at Dead Man's Howl. Yeah, it's at Dead Man's Howl on YouTube because that's where I'll be uploading a lot of my a lot of the going over the previous events lore. It's literally just straight 35 to 45 minutes depending on the event. It's just that you hear the voice acting, you got all of it there, and then eventually I will be getting all of the guns and well, I have the monsters, but I'll have all of the guns and monsters up on I guess we'll say like segmented lore videos.
Yep.
So and I probably won't even do I'll probably just have like a Hunt background music or something and just have people that, want to watch and read the whole thing. For documenting purposes.
So that the footage is not lost, all the lore is not lost. I get it. I'm right there with
you. And even if they revamp it, I think it'd be a cool thing to just look at.
I agree. So. There's probably nobody left, but if there's anybody left here, subscribe if you're not. Love you guys. You're so good. Check out the merch link. There's still limited edition stuff in there that it will only be on there for a limited time, so I don't get sued. So you should check it out now while it's still there. You only live once. You should breach copyright law and sell merch.
Breach copyright one time.
Bro, in 20 years, I'm gonna get a fucking email from Newport Corporation. We are suing you. Give us everything you own.
Right.
You sold one mouse pad that said Newport on it. You're fucked, kiddo.
You're fucked, kiddo. And you could be like, nah, it was Newport, Kentucky, dude. Like,
Wait. Oh, they misprinted it. It was Sheriff Hardin Smokes in Newport. What?
Yeah, no, dude. Like that's exactly what it was.
You'll try to be around for games? Hell yeah, Lee. We'll be waiting for you.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god. All right. So long everybody. Stay blessed and thank you for tuning in to